Hello, I'm Anna Maria Tremonti, and you're listening to The Current.
Hello, my friend. How are you? We are fine today.
Just 7 years old and trapped in the middle of a civil war. But Bana al-Abed's voice rang out loud and clear for the whole world to hear, thanks to Twitter. Bana and her family were living in Aleppo, Syria, when the city came under siege in 2016. The roads in and out were blocked, food and supplies were no longer getting in. But Bana, with the help of her mom, Fatemah, started sending messages out on social media. Sometimes her tweets were simple, like, "Please stop the war, we are tired," or "Speaking for the children of Aleppo, I demand peace for us." Sometimes she tweeted songs or short videos, sharing her family's plight as bombs exploded in the background.
We are afraid.
Now, Bana's posts weren't without controversy. There were critics who claimed they were fake or that she was being used as propaganda by rebel fighters. But for as long as she kept tweeting, Bana's posts helped bring a seemingly intractable civil war into the clarifying perspective of a child's eye view. Bana was able to leave Aleppo during the December 2016 ceasefire. She is 8 years old now, living in Turkey. She has written a book about her experience called Dear World. Bana and her mom, Fatemah, came into our New York studio to talk about it.
I would like to read you my favorite part of the book. My mommy told me I was born with a smile on my face. She says that I was always happy, even though I never wanted to sleep, because I didn't want to miss anything.
Dear Bana, your names mean tree in Arabic. We chose this because it is a strong name, and we wanted a strong little girl. And you are, Bana. You are strong and you are brave.
I had many reasons to be happy. When I was little, my Baba always took me to the swimming at al-abed pool, which was my favorite thing to do.
You came into the world with a wisdom that everyone around you sent and was drawn to.
I want to also go to the market with my uncles to get jello, always red.
I wrote to Bana some letters because I want her to feel proud of her Syrian blood. She is my hero, really, and she teach me everything in this life. The meaning of hope, the meaning of life. You had 3 perfect years in Syria, Bana. I hope you never lose those memories from before the war.
Mahaba. Welcome to Syria, an ancient country of culture located between the Mediterranean and the desert.
The life in Syria, especially in Aleppo, was so wonderful before the war.
Its ancient desert metropolises, old villages, impenetrable fortresses, and biblical harbour towns have witnessed the rich and fascinating history of bygone times.
We can hang out, we can go to a restaurant, everyone can have fun.
We was like going to the park. I was playing. I was very happy with my dad and mom.
We begin in Syria, where tens of thousands of people took to the streets for a day of mass demonstrations.
When the war started, everything changed. Like there was a moment before and after, and in this moment, everything stuck.
But once again, the regime answered the calls for reform with gunfire.
I can't go outside because when I go outside, the warplanes in the sky and it will bomb. And I feel very sad. When the bombs come to my house, I feel scared. I wake up to go to school and I hear something and I feel scared. I go to the kitchen and close my eyes tightly And then the glasses from the window come to my bed. Yeah, and I feel scared.
It is very hard to remember that time because till now, when I remember, I shaking. I was very scared for my children, that because they were in my mother's house because I had exam that time. I saw a big and huge smoke in the sky. I thought that something happened to my children and I couldn't reach the house easily. When I saw the kids, it was the happiest moment in my life, even more than when I saw them first time in this life.
Lord, hear that? I was saying to Mom, anybody knows what happened to us? Like today my school bombed, my home bombed, and my mom and me decided to tweeting and saying to the world about our life.
Morning from Aleppo, we are still alive.
And the people started to listen to us, and I have millions and millions, and I feel happy that the world listened to me, and they are helping the children.
This is my message. It is never too late. Save the people of Syria.
I want to raise awareness in the world that my country really needs help.
I am a child with something to say. Please listen.
The children of my country are losing their lives here.
I am a child who wants to play. Why don't you let me?
We are really losing everything.
My dolls are waiting. My friends are praying. Small hearts are begging. Give us a chance. A chance. Give us a chance.
We need the war to stop. We need our children to be normal children like other children in the world.
I tried to make something to play. Like the slide, I make it from the sofa and with the board.
I want to see the smile on my daughter's face like when I saw it the first time when she came to this world.
This Syrian boy lost his legs. I am very sad. Where is the humanity? The children deserve life. Please save the children of Syria.
They deserve to be a children, not a victims. Not to be see something bad like Bana saw her friend.
When my friend Yasmin died, I miss her very much. I will tell you the story. I wake up and I see like it was night, but it was morning. Everywhere was dusty. I was coughing because I can't breathe. My dad grabbed my hand, Lay's hand, Noor's hand, Mom's hand, and go to the basement. When it stopped, we go up. And the neighborhood say, "Are you okay, us and your family?" We say, "Okay." And we hear something. Yasmin's mom was crying and saying, "No, no, no." And we go there and we see a lot of dust in her, and she was crying. And the white helmets come and they was dogging and they hold a body. She was Yasmin. She was like sleeping, but she wasn't. She was dead. the blood on her face. She was like crying, and all of the dust on her body, just in her cheeks, not dusty. And my mom said, "Let's go, Bon Bon." And another day, we hear my Yasmin mom crying. And Yasmin mom said to me, "Yasmin dead." And I feel very sad, and I cried. And I say I can't play with her anymore, or go with her to the school. I miss her very much.
In Syria, bombs are falling on Aleppo this morning. The UN says more than 200 people have been killed since the regime launched a new offensive. Meanwhile, Russia and the US...
Hello, my friends. How are you? Stand with Aleppo. And in the siege, I will try to be alive on Sunday. If there is no bombing and it is good. Thank you. Bye.
The hardest thing, not just the bomb. As a parents, the children or the family want a lot of things. They have needs, especially when there is nothing. No food or no clean water.
Human rights groups and eyewitnesses say pro-Syrian government forces have closed the only road leading into and out of the city of Aleppo. They say hundreds of thousands of people in the rebel-held northern parts of the city are now under siege. That's raised fears of a humanitarian crisis. The UN says nearly 300,000 people rely on the road for travel, food, and medicine.
When we heard that there is siege, we tried to not make our family suffer. So we tried to save some food, like macaroni or rice, that we can save for them for a long time, because we don't know the siege, how long it will be.
Just we was eating macaroni and rice. I hate macaroni and rice because every day we eat it. Just I say to Mom when it was eat, "Mom, what you will cook?" She say normal rice and macaroni. I say to her, "I want to eat different." She say, "We don't have because we are in siege." And I feel very sad because there is no chicken or like some of the fruits. I miss like that.
Sometimes we stay one day without water, sometimes two. When we find it is so dirty and you can't drink it. Sometimes we try to boil the water twice, but still you can't drink it. But we must drink some. I think this is the hardest thing in the life, that you can't provide your family what they need.
Don't have food, Aleppo under siege.
A convoy of trucks loaded with food and medicine on the move, delivering desperately needed supplies to parts of Syria, but not to Aleppo. The United Nations says it's simply too dangerous for deliveries to be made to the city under siege by Syrian government forces, backed up in the air by Russia.
Even when your children grow out of their clothes, I couldn't go to market because all the shops are empty because the siege. But finally I found for her something, but it was a boy clothes.
I say to Mom, "I don't want this clothes. I don't want to be a boy. I am girl. I want to buy clothes girls, like a dress, like girls."
Even though they are not suitable for her, it's winter, and she should have some.
It was very cold. And I said to her, "Okay, I will wear it." And I feel very sad, and I was crying.
And she said, "No, Mommy, I don't want this. I am not a boy. I am a girl." I said, we have to, Bana, we don't have anything.
When the winter finish, like there is more boys, I say to her, "Okay, it is enough. I don't want boys because I am not a boy."
This is the hardest thing. And when you are just moving from house to house to keep your family safe. And I really hope no one has this experience in his life.
Eastern Aleppo is now enduring a 5th straight day of punishing airstrikes. The latest.
The worst moments in my life that when my house bombed and we had to leave. With all these bombs, our home still the safe things that we hope we still in it until the war finished. And we kept hoping that one day the peace will back to my home, to my home, Syria, my land, to Aleppo. All the people can live again in peace like before the war. We are one family of millions of Syrian family who are suffering there in Syria. The war did nothing for us, just bring the death and the hunger for all the Syrians and displaced them. They became without homes like us.
Hello, my friends, how are you? I am sick. I need medicine.
I was very terrified that because of our tweet that we were targeted. And it is because my house bombed for purpose. And when I flee out my house, I be very scared that they will know where I am now. So I was very afraid that they will reach me and reach my family. So I tried to make anything that they can't follow me anywhere, that I take off my SIM card from my phone so they not follow me or target us. And I try to hide Bana always, not seem like a girl or she is look like Bana, so no one knows her.
Escape from Aleppo.
They will take over the city here, and they will, if they will find any opposition members here, they will kill him anyway.
Thousands of civilians flee the city.
When there were ceasefire and there were agreement about take all the people out of the siege, out of Aleppo to countryside, we were waiting the buses. First time when the buses came, we couldn't get on the buses because we thought that maybe it's not safe.
The evacuation was cancelled yesterday when the Syrian regime pounded eastern Aleppo with airstrikes and rebel forces launched artillery shells.
We get on the buses the next day. But before we get on the buses, we were waiting from 5 a.m. till 1 p.m. When the buses appeared, my children were crying and they were saying to me, "My mom, the bus is here. Please, please let us go." I said, "Wait, I want to be sure that this time it's safe, not like the last time."
The desperate evacuation began with ambulances ferrying the most vulnerable first, the injured and sick. Civilians are leaving too. As many as 2,000 have already boarded buses.
When we get on the buses and the bus start moving, but suddenly it's stopped. And we don't know why the reason it stopped. We were waiting and waiting, hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, evening come, then 1 a.m., 2 a.m., there is nothing.
When it stopped, we feel scared, like something will happen to us.
We don't prepare ourselves that we will stay all this time. It was only the distance between the city and the country, just 20 minutes, no more.
And there is no water, no food. The children was crying. The children want to go to the bathroom.
This is the scared moment for us because we were in the siege, in the regime area, that anytime maybe the regime will take us, maybe they will bomb us because we are all in their
have
hands.
already boarded buses. They've been given safe passage out of Aleppo to Idlib province, another part of Syria under opposition control.
in the morning, like the sun rays, the bus move, and we feel happy that nothing happened to us.
I felt my heart will fall down from happiness, like, yes, we are now going.
When we reach there, my brother say it is paradise, and we feel happy. We ate so much things because we was feeling very happy.
And when we arrived to countryside, my children saw a lot of things that they dreamed, like food and fruit and water, and they thought that it is their heaven.
We eat apple, banana, orange, like all of the fruits. It's the first time I eat chicken, and I have a stomach ache, and I move it because I eat fruit and chicken and bread, and they feel happy very much.
Dear Bana, I hope the homeland of your early years is imprinted on you, and that you understand that wherever you are, the blood of Syria and the pride of our people runs through you, holding in your heart all that came before. Bana, it was beautiful.
I live in Turkey, and we are happy very much because we are in a safe country. Now I can go to school safe. I have a school, my brother have a school.
Every day you still ask when we can go home. I hope that day will come, that we will see a country that is rebuilt and people reborn.
When I grow up, I will be a teacher, teach the children English because I wanted them to learn the alphabet and the words, how to write, how to read in Arabic and in English.
Maybe you will have given me grandchildren. By then, I will tell them stories about the war and how brave their mother was, how you never give up, and how you made it your mission to help people, how you spread a message of hope and peace. I will tell them that their mother is a hero. You are Bana, and I am so proud to be your mother. I love you, Bonbon, more than you can ever know. Love, Mommy.
Bana al-Abed and her mother, Fatemah al-Abed. Bana's book is called Dear World, a Syrian girl's story of war and plea for peace. That documentary was produced by The Current's Liz Hoth. This is The Current.